And we are live. Hello and welcome back to New Paltz Sports Network, your home for all athletics news, information, and updates for your New Paltz Hawks. I'm your host, Lola Konopa, a sophomore middle on the women's volleyball team. And every Monday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. on WFNP 88.7 FM and live on YouTube at New Paltz Hawks, we will take a closer look at the experiences of NCAA athletes from different sports here at SUNY New Paltz. I'll be bringing on student athletes here to have conversations, to get to know them, and give them the platform to share their experiences while playing here. I'm very excited to be here, so let's dive right in. Welcome to episode 9. First up, it is time to serve you some knowledge. Here is your sports fun fact of the day. On March 31st, 1984, Mike Bossy becomes first player in NHL history to record 7 straight 50-goal seasons, scores 50th and 51st of the year in a 3-1 New York Islanders win at Washington. Now here are some updates on the upcoming home games this week. On Wednesday, April 2nd, softball will be playing a doubleheader against Skidmore at 3 p.m. and at 5 p.m. Women's lacrosse will be playing against Potsdam for their green out game at 4 p.m., so go out and support by wearing some green. And lastly, baseball will be playing against the University of Hartford at 4 p.m. On Friday, April 4th, baseball will be playing against Oswego at 3 p.m., and on Saturday, April 5th, men's volleyball will be hosting a tri-match. For their first game, they will be playing against Baruch at 11 a.m., and for their second match, they will be celebrating Senior Day, playing against Juniata College at 3 p.m. Baseball will be playing Oswego at 12 p.m. Now for our away games this week. On April 4th, softball will be playing a doubleheader at Oswego at 3 p.m. and at 5 p.m. On Saturday, April 5th, softball will be at SUNY Canton playing a doubleheader at 12 p.m. and at 2 p.m. Women's lacrosse will be at SUNY Cortland playing at 1 p.m. and men's lacrosse will be at SUNY Morrisville playing at 1 p.m. as well. Now it's time for some game recaps from last week. First up is men's lacrosse, who is at SUNY Poly on Wednesday, March 26th. The Hawks took an early 3-0 lead, but were outscored 7-2 in the second half. Ryan O'Hara won the opening faceoff, and Anthony Senecal scored the first goal, marking his 100th career point. James Flanagan and Killian Yombor also contributed with goals. SUNY New Paltz had 35 ground balls, winning 20 of 30 faceoffs, but struggled with clear attempts 12 for 19. Senecal led the team with 3 points, 5 shots, and 4 ground balls. Flanagan added 2 goals and 1 assist off 9 shots. On Saturday, March 29th, the Hawks fell to SUNY Oswego. Oswego built a strong first-half lead with a 6-0 run, holding a commanding 8-2 advantage at halftime. Zach Novak posted a career high of 21 saves, ranking tied for sixth most in program history. SUNY New Paltz cut the deficit to 3-2 early in the second, but unforced turnovers allowed Oswego to extend the lead. Ethan Scully scored twice, including 1 goal in the first and another in the fourth quarter. James Flanagan and Finn Smith each had 2 points, with Flanagan scoring once and assisting once. Anthony Senecal also added 2 points, including a goal in the fourth quarter. And Oswego outshot SUNY New Paltz 54-31, dominating possession in the first half, 30-9 shots. The Hawks struggled with turnovers, 12 total, particularly in the first half. Next up, it is baseball. On Wednesday, March 26, baseball won 14-4 against St. Joseph's Brooklyn. Scott Sheppy started for the Hawks, pitching 2 innings with 2 strikeouts, 1 earned run, and 3 hits allowed. Anthony Paraklowski tied the game at 1-1 with heads-up base running in the first, following his Player of the Week recognition. Michael Ascanio, Tommy Crater, and Fabian Apicella contributed to a 4-run second inning to push the lead 4-1. St. Joe's attempt a comeback with 3 runs in the 8th, making it 9-4. On Friday, March 28th, New Paltz fell to SUNY Cortland 6-0 in their SUNYAC opener. Cortland took a 1-0 lead in the first inning after a 2-out rally and an RBI double. Cortland added an RBI single in the third and 3 more runs in the 5th, including a 3-run homer to take a 5-0 lead. On Saturday, March 29th, New Paltz wins 3-1 against SUNY Cortland. The Hawks improved their record 13-7 overall, 4-1 in SUNYAC, and Cortland drops to 10-10 and 2-3 in SUNYAC. Anthony Paraklowski hit a solo home run in the first inning, his team leading 3rd of the season, giving SUNY New Paltz a 1-0 lead. The offensive leaders of the game were Tommy Crater, 2 for 3, 2 runs and 1 double. Dylan Restano, 2 for 3, 1 RBI and 1 walk. And Michael Ascanio, 1 hit and 1 RBI. Now for men's volleyball, on Wednesday, March 26th, the Hawks upset number 9 Vassar in 5 sets. SUNY New Paltz had 55 digs and 17 blocks. Vassar hit a .208 with 55 kills, while SUNY New Paltz hit a .187 with 51 kills. SUNY New Paltz had 49 assists, 5 aces, and 17 blocks. Nico Tenedorio had a career high of 23 kills, 2 aces, 3 blocks, and 11 digs for 27 total points. Dan Shanley had 14 kills, 10 digs, 4 assists, 1 ace, and 1 block. Matt Maruza had a game high of 42 assists, 14 digs, 1 kill, and 4 blocks. And Chris Jane had a career high of 9 blocks, 5 kills, and 2 digs. For men's and women's cross country on Friday, March 28th, day 1 of Ramapo College T&F Invitational, Jasmine Daly Simpson had a personal best time of 13:21.014, the 5th fastest time in program history for the 3,000-meter steeplechase. And Brandon Gardiner had a personal best time of 11:49.13, 5th fastest in program history for the 3,000-meter steeplechase. For women's tennis on Saturday, March 29th, they played St. Thomas Aquinas and lost 0-7. And last but not least, women's lacrosse was at Fredonia on March 29th. The Hawks brought home a win of 17-10. SUNY New Paltz outshoots Fredonia 38-18, 28-12 on goal. SUNY New Paltz collects 26 ground balls, while Fredonia had 15. And SUNY New Paltz won 18-13 for draws. They were able to force 22 turnovers while committing 15. Here are some of the key players of the game. Lexi Atwater with 6 goals, 1 ground ball. Morgan Atwater with 4 goals, 1 assist, 7 draws, and 6 ground balls. Kira Tucker with 2 goals, 1 assist. Caitlin Shaw with 4 goals, 1 assist, 7 draws, and 4 ground balls. Ava Padilla with 5 assists, a career high for the player. Mia Baldinger, 1 goal, 1 assist, and 4 ground balls. And Morgan Woolley, 4 caused turnovers. Now it is time to introduce our guest of today's episode. Named SUNYAC Offensive Player of the Week, a strong offensive presence contributing with 37 goals and 41 points so far, alongside solid defense stats with 15 ground balls and 6 caused turnovers. On today's episode, we have junior attacker number 2, Lexi Atwater.
Hello.
Welcome on.
Thank you.
Now, before we get into the hard-hitting questions I prepared for Lexi today, we are going to take a quick PSA break.
What's up? It's John Roy. I'm a music director on the e-board at WFNP. I coordinate music events, review music on the station's website, and run the recording studio on the 4th floor of the sub. Check out our music and concert reviews at WFNP.org. Want to use a recording studio and learn how to record live? Scan the QR codes on the doors of the studio and sound booth and get in contact with me for a time. Thanks for tuning in to WFNP New Paltz.
Kids today live in a world full of social pressure, bullying, and substance abuse. LEAD has a solution. LEAD connects law enforcement agencies with schools to deliver tested, proven, and effective anti-drugs and violence training to kids. Learn more about LEAD, Law Enforcement Against Drugs and Violence, and our work to create safer, healthier communities at leadrugs.org or on social media at We Are LEAD. Sponsored by LEAD Inc.
All right, and we are back. Lexi, are you ready for these questions?
I think so.
So let's first start off with your team's Colorado trip this spring break. You guys took home your first nationally ranked win. How did that feel?
Oh my God, amazing. Like, you guys probably saw the video of us just like cheering at the end after that win. Winning by 1 point too. It was just an amazing feeling.
Yeah, and you scored 6 goals, being a big help for your team. What was going through your mind that game? Did you feel a certain pressure on you?
Definitely felt the pressure. I love close games like that, honestly, because they just like, my instincts just come in. It's just like, go, go, go. It's kind of like a dream, honestly.
Yeah.
Didn't really know what was going on, but
I love high pressure games. I feel like that makes me play better.
They're so much fun. Yeah, I always perform much better when it's like, all right, we need to get this stuff done.
Yeah. What kind of fun things did you guys get to do while being away?
We did a lot of sightseeing. So we went to Pikes Peak, which is like a really tall mountain. And we went up this like train. It's called like a cog train or something like that. And it was really cool. It was really windy though.
Oh, that's annoying.
The weather was really nice. And we went to the Garden of the Gods, which was really beautiful. It was like red rocks and stuff like that. Yeah.
Is it like, I'm not familiar with Colorado, but is it like an actual garden or is it?
No, it's like literally just rocks. But they're like cool rocks. They're like red. Yeah. And it's just like a lot of sightseeing. It was fun.
Oh, must have gotten some good pictures.
Yeah, we did. We did.
As one of the team's leading goal scorers, what do you focus on to stay consistent throughout the season?
Just constantly putting in the work, staying focused at practice. You practice how you play, so I try to do my best and perform my best in practice, and hopefully that'll play out on the field.
Right now, your overall record is 7-2, and for conference play, it is 2-0. Last season, you guys made it to semifinals and lost to Geneseo, and now that they are no longer in the SUNYAC conference, who do you think is going to be your biggest competition this season?
Cortland, for sure, and Oswego. Yeah.
You guys lost to Oswego as well last year, correct?
Yeah, it was a 1-point game. Oh, I wish I could. That game was so intense. Another really good one. It was really fun to play, honestly, because it was so tight and so fun. But I really want to beat them this year, so it just makes it all the more exciting.
Do you know if they have like the same players or if?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same players, and they do honestly look a little better this year. So
okay,
but so do we.
Yeah.
So
I believe in you guys. How do you think your chances are of a SUNYAC title this year?
I honestly think they're really high.
Really high?
Yeah.
Say with confidence.
I think that if we come in really disciplined and just play just play the way we play. Yeah. And make the right choices, we'll come out with a win.
Yeah, and you guys are already looking good in conference play. No losses yet, so yeah, keep going in that direction. What do you do to stay consistent and to continue to contribute at such a high level, especially as a leading goal scorer, like I said before?
Like I said, I just put in a lot of work and effort, and also like off the field, like making sure I have outlets outside of lacrosse too. Yeah. Because that's also really important, just to keep a nice balance. You don't want to consume yourself with your sport. For sure. But yeah, putting in a lot of hard work, working with my teammates, asking my coaches what to do better, all that kind of stuff.
Especially with a team sport, it's very to have that connection with your team.
Definitely.
So like if you're doing some extra reps, being like a come with me teammate, I feel like also builds the chemistry.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's talk about your growth a little bit from freshman year to now. How do you feel like you've grown as a player?
I think I've gotten a lot more skilled and just like mature in my decision making on the field. through like, practices and coaches who have like really influenced me in a lot of beneficial ways. But also like just like my mentality is better. Yeah. Overall, from freshman year to this year, I'm a lot more confident in my play, which has contributed a lot to my success.
Yeah, I mean, I was only a freshman last year, and I feel like my confidence has already increased because it's like you can finally adjust to the speed of like collegiate level. Yeah, because coming in, it was kind of a big shock for me. Yeah. Now, what's it like being on the team with your sister?
Oh my God, I love it. We fight a lot, but it's all harmless. Yeah. It's really fun. I've always been on a team with her, and my freshman year she wasn't here, and that was like so weird, but I still loved it. Yeah. But she came, and
yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's all the questions I have for Lexi today. And before we get into what the people want to know and the Hawks hot seat, we are going to take another quick PSA break, so we'll be right back.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Are you facing foreclosure? Then come down to Megalo and Partners. We're a mortgage rescue company, and we can help you keep your house, provided you submit to our plans for galactic domination. No, I'm kidding.
If you're facing foreclosure, talk to the right people. Speak with HUD-approved housing counselors free of charge at 888-995-HOPE. Brought to you by NeighborWorks America and the Ad Council.
All right, and we are back. Now, this segment is called What the People Want to Know. And if you'd like a chance to ask the next athlete a question you would like to know, stay tuned to New Paltz Hawks Instagram story, where a question poll will be posted on Mondays, and you can ask what you want to know. So I picked 2 questions out of the couple we received, and the first one is, does your back hurt from carrying New Paltz women's lacrosse?
This was literally my sister who asked this.
Someone else asked it too.
Yeah, recently I've been having a lot of back pains. No. I think that, honestly, I'm a cutter in lacrosse, which means I get a lot of assists, and that's how I get my goals. So, like, almost all my goals are a team. It's just
team effort.
It's team effort, and I really like that. And so, no, my back does not hurt from carrying the team because I'm a team player.
Good to know. The second question is, what is your day-to-day routine?
Oh, I have a very,
in parentheses, it said this girl is never caught slacking. So the people really want to know.
So usually I wake up and I have my breakfast. I go to the gym, come home, do some work, go to class, come home, eat something, do my work again, and then go to lacrosse practice. And then come home, make some dinner, do some more work, and then watch whatever show I'm watching.
Very disciplined. Very disciplined. Now we're going to move on to the Hawks hot seat. So are you ready for these rapid fire questions?
Yes, I am.
Who is the best dancer on the team?
Mia Baldinger.
Really?
Yeah.
Got some moves.
She does.
What is your pregame ritual or superstition?
I always have to smack the top of the door when I'm walking out of the locker room, wherever I am, and onto the field. Yeah.
We have a sign over our locker room that has a saying, and we slap it
all
before we
go
out.
That's how it started. We had a sign that said all of our team goals and stuff like that, and we would slap it.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. What is your favorite post-game meal?
Oh, Lola's.
I love Lola's. Salad. What's your order?
I get the Brussels sprout salad.
Is that good? I haven't had it.
But the summer berry salad's really good. But they only have it in the summer, so
that's annoying.
Yeah.
Who's the most talkative on the field during a game or practice?
Sam Wilmot.
Really?
Definitely. She's always very vocal.
What's your go-to move when you're charging toward the goal?
I don't know. I mean, I score a lot off of passes and assists. But I don't know. I like to throw a little fake in there, catch them off balance, I guess. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about playing attack?
Definitely when we just make like a beautiful goal and it's like the whole attack contributed.
Yeah.
And it's just like a pretty goal. I just love that feeling. Yeah.
Like moving the ball around and then you get a good cut.
Yeah. And then finish.
And everyone goes wild.
Yes. It's just so seamless.
If you were playing lacrosse, what sport would you play?
Tennis.
Really?
I've always just like found it so fun and I think it would be so cool to be good at.
Did you ever play or
nope.
It's just a dream of yours?
Just a dream of mine. Just a fantasy.
Do you play pickleball?
Yeah.
I love pickleball.
I do love pickleball.
I can't wait for warmer weather so I could bust out my pickleball set.
I get really competitive though.
Me too.
It can be dangerous.
Right. I guess we'll have to play a pickleball match. What is the most intense game you've ever played in?
I think that Oswego game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The 1 goal difference. Yeah.
It was really intense.
Who's the hardest player to guard on your own team during practice?
Morgan, my sister. Yeah.
Really? Why?
Well, she's just very explosive and like she's a very good driver, so it's like really hard to mark her. And I just like want to do so well against her because you know we have that competitive nature, so then like I get in my head too.
What is your favorite way to celebrate a goal?
Hugging my teammates.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who has the best trash talk on the team?
Frankie.
I can see that as well. What's the best advice you've ever received about lacrosse?
Coach Biddle, our assistant coach, said a quote that was pursue excellence, not I'm blanking, sorry. Perfection.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like someone that has always struggled with just like trying to be perfect. So like that I just tell myself that all the time and it's honestly really helped me and helped change my mindset.
Yeah. What is the hardest skill to master as an attacker?
Ooh, just like precision in shooting. It honestly, like no matter how much you practice, like it can always, I don't know, be better.
Yeah.
And it can just different circumstances. It's just hard sometimes.
Yeah. It also depends on the defenders and how well they're playing and the goalie especially.
Like reading the goalie.
Yeah.
Can be hard.
Because like you could be like the best at one shot and the goalie is probably the best at saving that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you
got to adjust. Yep.
Yeah. Who is the best teammate to have beside you on attack?
All of them. I don't want to choose.
Pick one.
Okay.
Who's usually feeding you the ball?
Ava Padilla.
All right.
Yeah. Or Mia Baldinger. Both of them. Always looking for me in the middle.
What is your favorite part of being an attacker? Getting the assist or the goal?
The goal. It just feels so good.
Yeah, it feels so good. One word to describe your lacrosse team this season.
Fun.
Fun.
We just have a good time. Yeah.
That's good. I feel like the best teams like know how to have fun.
Yeah. And we're humorous. Like we have a good humor, good team humor.
And I feel like you always play better when you kind of put, I know we both said we play better in higher pressure situations, but like there's a difference between high pressure between your team and like high pressure like against the other team, if you know what I'm saying.
No, I know what you're saying. Definitely have to be cohesive and just supportive of each other.
If you were stranded on a desert island, who would you bring with you besides your sister?
Frankie. Frankie, hands down.
It's just for entertainment or like
I mean, she would just bring everything. Like she would be able to survive. Like she would fight off anything. She's just knowledgeable. I feel like she's just got good, like, I don't know.
Good pick.
Yeah, and she's funny, so I would be entertained.
You would be entertained. What is one thing on your bucket list?
Oh, this is really weird, but it's always been, I mean, it's not weird, but it's always been on the top of my bucket list to see a moose. I just want to see a moose. Yeah. I don't know why.
Canada?
Yeah, I got to go to Canada or like Maine or something.
Yeah.
I just always really have wanted to see one.
I don't think I saw a moose. I visited Canada one time. I don't think I saw
They're huge.
Yeah, I guess that's on my bucket list too.
Yeah, right? Should be on everyone's.
Who is going on aux from your team? Who has like the best music taste?
Amy. Whenever she's on aux, it's always good. She plays bangers.
And who inspires you the most?
My whole team. They all inspire me.
That's sweet. Well, that's it for Hawks Hot Seat, and thank you, Lexi, for coming on today. And be sure to vote for the Hawk Athlete of the Week on @NewPaltzHawks Instagram story and website. Click the link and vote for who you think had the best performance of the week. Voting starts every Tuesday and ends at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. You listeners get to choose the next guest on the show, so get those votes in. Also, don't forget to submit any questions you'd want to know about our next guest. Stay tuned to our Instagram for when it will be posted. Follow @NewPaltzHawks on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X to keep up to date with all information to support athletes. And thank you for tuning in, and be sure to come by next Monday live from 7:30 to 8 p.m. on WFNP 88.7 FM for more news, updates, and to see another special guest. Make sure to stay tuned on our socials to find out who. And now it is finally the time to conclude this episode. We are going to play a little game of Guess That Song. So, Lexi, I'm going to play a 5-second clip, and let's see if you can name it.
Oh, okay.
Technical difficulties. That's okay. I just play your phone in the microphone.
Oh. Maria. Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
By Justin Bieber? Yeah. Love it.
Maria
That's
by
a team favorite.
Justin Bieber. It's a great song. Well, thanks, Lexi, for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next time.